Hello everyone, it's me Kim's. Some people know me from Kim's Code or Arconforge on Superhive, Blender Market, right? So today I'm going to talk about EaseLighting. It's an old add-on I've been working since Blender 3.6, so you know that it's kind of old, right? This add-on, I made it in the intention of making light placement or light setup easy in Blender. I did a really bad documentation about it. I did talk about it, but it wasn't that good, right? Why that? Because I've been exploring my old project, and this is really a gold mine, right? Why that? Because it's really good, easy, and it's small and cheap at some time, right? So I don't know why I did put even $5 even. Yeah, I need to pay rent. That's why. Maybe I might raise this or not. I'm kidding. So let me jump in Blender. I used to this is Blender 5 Alpha. I think Blender 5 is already out, but this is an old version of Blender 5. I installed like in 2024, or like in maybe in January, February. I don't know. I forgot because it's old, right? Anyway, we're going to talk about EaseLighting. When you go to Preference, Add-ons, and then you look for EaseLighting, it's here, or you can search here. EaseLighting. The version is 0.3. A fun, fast way to light your scenes with EaseLighting creative tools. Yeah, that's exactly what I did right here. So we're going to talk about EaseLighting, right? Let me make a small scene. So yeah, we have our small scene here, a small room with our cube front here. So I'm going to delete this light. We don't need it because we're going to use EaseLighting for our light setup, okay? So when you click N, you're going to see N panel called EaseLighting. And here is everything we need, right? So for those who don't use world setting or HDRI or world lights, yeah, you can skip this part here. For those who do use a world light, okay, feel free to just watch till I'm gonna talk about these other two good feature. These are not feature, they are groups of sub panels. Here, world setting plus HDRI, we have everything about HDRI and world setting or the sunlight. Okay. Here we have everything about the light manipulation and scene. Here in Studio Light, you will see every light you got in your Blender scene, right? And then we have the last one is light setup. This is just a small preset of light you can create to make things faster. You don't need these ones here, but I thought like it might be maybe useful to some people, right? So let me first talk about world setting, right? This here, it's about HDRI. First here, we're going to see HDRI image. We're going to add our HDRI here. I have my my folder here from Polyhaven. I will add something with a sun, right? Even this one. So import HDRI. And then you will see that, okay, right now you won't see because we are in object mode. Let's jump in render mode, right? So this is our scene. You'll see that we have the HDRI is there. The HDRI got a sun, which is there. It's really bright, right? And then our scene as well got another sun, which is easy sun. So everything made with this add-on will be named easy plus whatever. So it's easy world, easy sun, easy light. Anyway, so this sun here, you will see that it's not directed. It's not pointing as our HDRI. So we need to map it or to bind it. I can say. I will hide first these, and then I will bind our sun to our HDRI sun. First thing I will do is I will go in my the end panel. I will make sure I look at my sun. Okay, this mode is kind of stupid. I didn't know how to do that. And then make sure the sun and the sunlight, they have the same I can say position on the screen, right? And make sure it's the center of your viewport. It's kind of stupid, by the way, but it works at least. Now you can click bind sun to HDRI, okay? And then bind. Now you will see that the sun now is pointing the same direction as the HDRI sun. And now if I click Alt H, you will see now we have a really good shadow of our sun and our HDRI. If I do rotate the HDRI, let me see, I rotate the HDRI, you'll see how these shadows, this light shadow here is for our sun light. Then the strong shadow is for our HDRI, okay? So I will rotate the HDRI uh, HDRI light to match the sun. Okay, or I can just rotate the sun to match the HDRI. Okay, and Z, yeah, I can add intensity to see it well on the screen, and then I can rotate to match my HDRI sun. After that, if you find those two shadows they blend well, now you can bind them or you can lock the rotation. Right now, if I do rotate my HDRI, the sun will rotate as well. You see, pretty cool, right? Now the sun and the HDRI, they are locked together and they can move accordingly. So that's the first thing I did work. It was really hard to find out I can do this, but this binding thing is kind of easy. But anyway, so yeah, that's all for our HDRI settings. And here we can change the rotation. We can change the the light strength if you want to. You see this is the HDRI, this is without the HDRI. You see how the light is kind of dull. And if I do, okay, I can put everything at 0. So yeah, that's all. Now we can jump to light manipulation. So this here is for, I can say, level designer, or when you setting up your scene. It's going to help you to make things easy, right? The first panel here, you see, select preferred light. This one here, every light you'll be creating will be the one you did select. Let me say, if I want a point light, every light will be a point light. If I want a spotlight, every light will be a spotlight. And if I click on area light, every light will be area light. I didn't add the sunlight here because we don't need multiple suns in our scene. So I just wanted a small place for those who works with scenes, let me say, level designer or game designer, or you're making just your scene looking pretty good, right? The second panel here is called change selected light type. This one here, okay, let me create a light, right? I will click on my cube here. You don't see it, but it's here. And then I will say up the object, place light up the object. Boom. Now we have a area light created here. But you'll see this small thing here. We have 3 points. This here will tell us that the light, the selected light is an area light, okay? Now I can change the type of it. If I want it to be a point light, if I want it to be a spotlight, and if I want it to be an area light. You see that this add-on is really good. I don't know why did I make it even 5. Maybe I was broke at that time. I'm still kind of broke, but anyway, guys. So that's the change selected light type. Every light you got in your scene, it will change the type of it, right? If you want to change from area to spot, it will do that for you. If you want to change from spot to point, it's going to do that for you. And then if you want from point to area, it will do that for you. But if you want to make it a sun, you will do that manually yourself, right? You go here in a data light property, and then you change it to sun, whatever. Because I didn't want to, no. I want only point, spot, and area, okay? So yeah, that's all for change selected light type. And then the selected preferred light, this is every light you will create will be the light you just clicked. Let me delete this one. I will say I want a point light on this cube. Place light, point light. I delete. I want a spotlight on this cube. Spotlight. Okay, let me go to, let me show you, right? I will go to solid mode, right? I will create another cube here. I will place it up here, and then I will create, and I will duplicate this one. I will put it there, because I will show you that it's not just, the lights are not created on the world origin, okay? If I go back to rendering or rendered mode or rendered view, I don't know. So we have our cube here. I don't know how I'm saying, but I know they are here, right? So yeah, if I do click on this one and then say place light up the object, it will place it on that object, okay? Okay, and if I select this cube here, place light again, it will be created there. Now, if I do select many objects, and then I place light, yeah, you see here, it will create only one on the last object. But there is this tool called create light on select. As you can see, create light at positions of all selected objects. If I do now click here, I want a an area light on every object I did select, and then I click create light. The offset, I will say -0.5, and then I say okay. You'll see that the lights are created, but our cube, as it's on the ground, the light is down, you can see the light is inside the cube, right? So I'll go back. I will say create light unselected. The offset I will put 2. Okay. You'll see that our lights are created, but the the light angle is really small. That's why I will create just a point light and then create lights unselected. Okay, boom, now we have our 3 light there. It was created. I was thinking about when you have multiple bulbs in your scene or multiple light source, let's say a candle, a person with a torch, then you have, let's say, 3,000 torches. You can just do this. It will create a point light in every torch you got in your scene. Okay, so that is create light unselect. Now, if I select every light I got, right, I change its type to spotlight, change type to spotlight, and then I want all, let me put this up, it's really close to the ground. If I do want these lights to just look at one object, first select every light you got, then select the object you want them to look at, and then click on direct light. Every light will, I can say watch, or will be directed at the last selected object. Okay, if I want them to look at this cube here instead of this cube, I want this cube here down, I would just say direct light, boom, every light will look at that cube there. This is another really good tool, a good feature, right? So after that, we will now have place light from view. I will delete these 3 lights here. Oh, hold on. I will delete these 3 lights here. And then I will select my cube here. I will look at it well, and then I'll say create light from view. This is tool I kind of studied from Marmoset. In Marmoset, when you create a light, the light comes from where you are looking at, right? It's not just created randomly, it's created where you are looking at. So if I do create place light here, it will be created at the center of your screen. So I need to kind of place everything on the center, and then I create a place light there. So my lights will appear from there. You can move it if you want, so you can move it to change its position. And if the light is not pointed at what you want it to look at, you can just select the light, you select the object you want it to look at, like directly to point at, right? Just direct the light at that object, and it will proudly look at that object. And then you can add intensity, and know that every light you create, it's in the studio light, scene light, it's red. Let me show you. If I change this light to an area light, and then I create many of them, right? I duplicate them, and then I select every light I got, I change them to spotlight. I want them to look at my cube here, right? And then I direct every light to my cube. Hold on, to the cube, right? Now, if I go to render mode, you will see every selected light you got. But if you want to select only one, you can select it. You will see it's red here. Now we can change the intensity and the color. Okay, right? If I do select another one, I will see it's red here in my scene light. And this is really a good thing to have. It's like a list of all lights you got in your scene. The selected one will be red, okay? So you can, if you don't know where it is, you can locate every light you have here. You can click here, boom, and then the viewport camera will literally go at that light position, right? Kind of cool, but cool, right? Yeah, it's really cool. I mean, I'm just smiling right now. It's cool. Anyway, so that's all for the light manipulation, right? We have a list of all lights we got in our scene. We have a way to place light from view, and then to place light on the object you want to place the light on, right? Let me delete all lights we got. I will select my cube here, place lights from like on my cube, change it to area lights. You see how I'm fast working with lights, right? I don't need to come here and touch some stuff here. But if you want, I say but, if you want to touch something specific, right? You can still do that. You are free. It's your scene. You are the one in control of everything, right? So let me close light manipulation, and the last thing we're going to talk about is light setup. Here, I say it again, it's just some presets. It's not something accurate, it's just presets. The first thing I will talk about is you'll see high direction light, boom, create direction light. It's really bright. It's 500. Even when you create a light here in the light manipulation and in the list, you will see you in studio light, you're going to see your light here still. Let me say 1 or 2. You see it's kind of color. Yeah. So it's like a sun. Yeah. Let me delete it. Let me go back to our light setup. If I want a point light, you'll see, right? If I want a spotlight, I want it direct. Now exterior, we have interior and exterior. Interior, it's kind of mimicking a bulb. I mean, like a bulb color. And that's why this intensity was really bright. Okay, let me create this one here, right? It's a sun. Yeah, it's a sun. I will close my, let me go to object mode. I'm going to close my kind of small, yeah, I want to see inside. And then here on our, I will do I, and then I create a small window. I delete this one here. And then now I go back to render mode, and then I will rotate my sun. Let me do this, right? Oh, yeah. I was in edit mode. Let me go back to render. I was not in yeah, you'll see that. And now I can go to cycle. You'll see the difference, right? GPU, hold on. Yeah, now you'll see that it's really bright, really bright. Yeah, anyway, I don't care. Now let's go in my small room here. You will see that the light is really bright. No, we don't need that kind of, it's really bright. Let me say even 5, it's fine. Okay, you know that it's not that perfect, but at least now you know that it's just presets. Okay, this is the interior. Now let's create let's touch interior. Let me delete this one. I'll go back to site to Eevee. We'll delete this one here, and then we'll create a direction lights, kind of similar, right? Skylights. Okay, this one I was thinking about Unreal. The way Unreal just creates skylights from, and the Unreal skylight is kind of bluish thing, but it's just a normal sunlight. It's kind of blue with a higher. It's an Unreal light, but it's kind of with 50,000 of power. Nah. And then we have custom lights. You see that they are just presets. Yeah, so guys, thanks for watching this video. I will edit it so to make it shorter and informative at least. So guys, yeah, if you go in superhive.com product EaseLighting or on my station, you will see the add-on. It's not really, I'm not good at making presentation, but I will try to. I made some images. They are bad looking. They're bad quality. I hate the fact that they are. You see, the quality is not something to be proud of, right? So even the scene presentation is not really good. And I was using this kind of VRM model. I was thinking that maybe one day I might be a YouTuber, but I'm heading toward just making a face reveal soon, because I'm kind of teaching C++ for some people on my YouTube channel, which is I need my face to be seen, right? So guys, thanks for watching. That's all. Have a nice day, guys, and happy blending. Bye, guys.